Now I got a story about, I don't know, I'll tell you about what it in the title is one thing, but the story is lengthy to where you're gonna see several things come out. Okay. 2000, the year 2000. 26 years old, turning 26 years old. My birthday is August 6th, right? So I spent the weekend up in New York with my sister who was interning with the state or with the city of New York in a district attorney's office. And, she had an apartment up there with some roommates. And I went up there, me and my best friend, my closest friend at the time. We're not really friends anymore. Nothing happened. He just doesn't call me as much, and I don't call him. So, but he's still my boy, though. But anyway, so we're in New York, and we go to this club. It's me, my sister, my friend, her roommates. And, I'm not a club guy. I've said this on other videos. So it's like a lounge area and a dance floor. So I'm basically in the lounge area, drinking. And it's me and my buddy, just the two of us sitting there. A girl comes up to me, an Asian girl, a nice looking girl. She says, I'm having a party at such and such and such and such place tomorrow. I want you to come. I'm like, okay. Knowing I wasn't going to come, I just, I'm just, okay. Okay. Like in Friday. Remember that? Okay. So that's the one club. Then we go to another club. And I'm not dancing. I'm just lounging, sitting there. Another girl comes up to me. I can't remember her nationality. I can't. I know she wasn't black, though. No. I'm having a party here, such and such. I want you to come. And, you know, they didn't say anything to my friend. And he's tall, like 6'3", but we were sitting down. And he got dreads. And I'm bald. So I don't know. But I'm not saying that I'm that much of a catch over my friend because later on, okay, this was August of 2000. This might have been before that. Before we went to New York, we went. I know this happened, but I can't remember. I think it did happen before we went to New York. It did, I think. I'm pretty sure it did. But we went to Dave and Buster's on a double date, right? Me and a girl, him and a girl. And I remember we were sitting there, and the girl knew at the time, when I met the girl, I was actually on my way to a job interview. So I was dressed to impress. But I was on my way to a job interview that I didn't get. So I wasn't working. It was, how you try to find your first job out of college, how hard that can be and how frustrating and disheartening it can be. So I didn't have no money, no job. My car was smashed up, and I didn't have. I only had liability insurance. I was at a low at age 26, man. 25, 26 in there. It was pretty low for me. And this he was, like I said, he was my boy, man. We used to take jujitsu together. We was cool, man. He gave me the money to go on a date with a girl. He gave me $40 so I could have some money because I didn't have none. So he was my friend, and the girl knew I wasn't stable too. Because when she saw me going to the job interview, she thought I was affluent, had some money, so she talked to me. And then when she found out I didn't have a car, I had to ride a bus to her house. I was living with my grandmother in this house that I'm living in now. Before she passed away, it was me and her, and I didn't have a job, so I was a loser to her. And I remember when we were having a conversation at the table, my friend asked the girl, he said, you know, he asked the two, in general, he asked both girls, what's the biggest thing that makes you attracted to a guy? Stability is what she blurted out, no hesitation. And my buddy was doing a lot better than me at the time. He's doing better than me now, too. Um, what was he doing? He had just bought a brand new truck. He had moved into a townhouse with a roommate of his, and he was progressing. And she liked him. She told me later on that night, "Yo, I kind of like your boy." And I'm like, I didn't. I remember I really didn't. I didn't get mad about this shit because I could see it coming. I could see it when she said stability. I was because she was getting on me about when you gonna get, when you gonna get, when you gonna have. And I remember instead of saying, "Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'll get it when I get it," I made excuses and tried to validate myself. No, never again, never again. But the point I'm making is, when I say I'm in that 80%, I'm in that high 80% because the girls asked me to come to their party, But if I'm thinking if I was in that 20%, they'd have said you don't have to pay to get in. Now they didn't tell me I had to pay, but they didn't tell me I would get in for free. So I'm assuming that I would have had to pay. Now, and stability is more important than anything else to these women because not that this my boy, but they didn't come over to him and say, "Hey, I'm having a party, why don't you come?" They didn't say that to him, they said it to me. But at the Dave and Buster's, I was less attractive because I didn't have shit and my buddy did. You take something from that shit, fellas.